Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ken Chrysler here, and welcome to another episode of FLH. And, oh, no. I do not. Why are we starting with him? Didn't we end with him last time? Before we went on vacation, and we had to take a vacation because of him. And we're kicking off tonight with Aiden here. Of course we are. Oh, my goodness. This is ridiculous. And the Walrus is here. And he's here to start some trouble. You already know it. He's formed a new alliance called the Walrus Party. And, yeah. Things are getting interesting around here for sure. My name is Aiden Walrus, and I'm running for president. If you all wouldn't kindly help me by endorsing me by putting in the chat Walrus 2024. That's right. Walrus 2024. I want to see it all over the chat. That's right. We are going to make change in this country. And we're going to start on this brand. Because I'm sick and tired of this GM and his so-called unstoppable stable. Well, it's going to be stopped tonight. Because the Walrus Party will be in the main event. And I have faith in the All-American Ted Led, the Beige Cowboy, and Daniel the D. I have faith in them because they have joined the Walrus Party. Because they are true Americans. And we are going to take back this brand from this GM who is nothing but a totalitarian. And nobody is going to stand in our way. Yeah, I think someone's had enough of Aiden's crap. And who is it? Oh, it's the assistant manager, G. We're going to just call him G because who knows how to pronounce that name? I'm telling you. That is a tough name to pronounce. But yeah, things are about to get interesting here as these two very interesting personalities are about to collide. And I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. Hello, Mr. Walrus. My name is Gugis Gugitsi, and I am a licensed therapist. Now, some people call me G, because it's just easier that way. But Aiden, I study the mind for a living. I study the brain's function. And I can clearly tell you that your brain is filled of mush. Okay? You suffer from political ascites, which means you talk about politics way too much. And that's bad. Because right now, the last thing you need to worry about is the GM and MW. I am the assistant manager, and I can tell you that the ex-patient is a dangerous man. He used to be one of my patients at one time, and he may have failed time and time again, but all it takes is one bad day for him to take this brand over. And he's not going to show remorse toward the Walrus Party because you're all a bunch of goofballs. So I want you to think about it, Aiden, because I'm telling you, he's got allies and he may bring more in. And the more allies that he has, the more dangerous he becomes. So you need to start thinking instead of acting like a goofball who doesn't wear pants. By the way, you're gonna start wearing pants, or I'm gonna suspend you. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired. Me and the chat are sick and tired of seeing those chicken legs. They're chicken legs. You skip leg day. It's obvious. So, Aiden, you have one of two choices. You can align yourself with the MW and put your pride to the side, or you can get crushed by the MW. I will not concede to the MW, you ungrateful quack. Okay? You are nothing but a goofball. And tonight, my Walrus Party will crush the MW. And we will make an example out of them. And when X-Patient sees it, he will fear me. Because anyone against the Walrus Party must be destroyed. And don't you dare ever say that I have chicken legs again. You may be the assistant manager, but I could jump you at Clash at the Castle. Because I run 5 miles a day on the treadmill. And the last thing I'm going to do is stand here and let you say that I have chicken legs. I have nice legs. Thank you very much. You keep it up, Googitsy, whatever your crap name is, and you will feel the wrath of the Walrus Party. Okay, so first of all, we're going to kick off with this Hell in a Cell triple tag between ladies first, and looks like the number one contender and the champion are going to team up, along with Dominique and Esther, who have a history together as good friends. And if Dominique and Esther or the champion and the number one contender can win this, they will get a shot at the tag titles. This is going to be a really crazy, hectic match because it is in a cell, and it is going to be off the chain because we've seen what these cell matches, what happens. And the women, they will just bring it the same as the men, because they are fearless. But if ladies first can win, then they don't have to defend the tag titles. So, we'll see what happens. Imagine if the champion and the number one contender win, and then they have to fight for the tag titles before they fight against each other. That would be a crazy scenario, and that's a possible scenario here. And of course, G is trying to get everyone together. He claims that X-Patient is going to be the worst threat. Everyone is forming a stable. We're expected to see X marks the spot. Probably at the it would be at the pay-per-view for sure, as they're going to take on the MW. And of course, the MW is going to take on the Walrus Party tonight. So a lot is going on here. Oh man, July just got slammed into the side of the cell. Oh man, Lashana just went through it. And Lashana, we are just one. After this episode, we will be officially going to the pay-per-views after all the other episodes. At the 8th episode will be Clash at the Castle. And we got some big matches there. We got Ted Led versus Mentally. We have the MW versus X marks the spot. That's going to be crazy. We're going to have Lashana versus Renee. So we got a lot of crazy things coming up. And who knows what the X-Patient's been up to, but he hasn't had a good run here lately. He has been destroyed by the MW on multiple occasions. Guan, Power Play, X-Patient, all of them have fallen short against the MW, who has stood very tall. And of course, Newson a part of that group as well, and forgot to mention that match, Newson versus Vicious Swag, world title. And Vicious Swag will be in action later tonight as well. So I am kind of worried. I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit worried for Newsom. The GM is going to be taking on Vicious tonight. So that's going to be very interesting. Those two kind of have a history together as business partners. And yeah, everyone seems to be forming stables. And, you know, you got the Walrus Party, you got Vile Sin, you have the MW, X marks the spot. Probably going to get Melissa's squad back soon. I mean, it's getting really crazy around here. And there's about to be some faction wars for sure. And look at Lashana striking Alma here. Of course, you got ladies first. They're a women's faction. They won't really be involved with the men's factions. But they have been very successful too. So everyone's trying to form a faction because, you know, it's hard to make something of yourself in a singles run. And then we also have the IC title, Rico and William. That's going to be a battle too. So we got all kinds of matches coming up in this Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. So everybody's got episode 7, and then we're going straight to the castle. And look at Esther here. This is probably going to be the longest match of the night. Oh my goodness. What a dive on Alma. Oh man, and Dominique throwing July into the cell. And this has just been a battle. And we knew this was going to happen. Anytime you get one of these cells up, expect some bones to be broken. And they continue. I'm trying to be part of a safety first type of deal. And I'm not being able to, nobody cares what I say. I say it's extremely dangerous to climb on these cells. You could die. Okay, we need to stop doing this. This is a once in a, there's a reason why there's a pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell. Because you only do it there nowadays. You don't do it anywhere else. And these managers do not care. Oh my goodness. July fell. She took a tumble. Not as bad as what Guan did that one time. Goodness, I thought he was dead. And Renee's on top of the cell, and now July's climbing. Oh, dear. They're making me nervous. I'm afraid of heights. I don't like heights. And now we got Lashana climbing up. Oh my goodness, and July took another tumble. Wow. And Renee just dove. I mean, that was a dangerous jump. The fans are going crazy because they're a bunch of sociopaths. Alma going for the pin here. Esther breaks it up. And look at LaShawna just getting spun around here. Renee throws Esther over the ropes. And they're just duking it out outside. Just totally duking it out. In order to get a pinfall, they got to get inside. And things have been crazy here. We still have 2 more matches to go. This is definitely going to be the longest one of the night. We knew that coming in. Because the Hell in the Cell just, it gets out of control. And of course, we got 3 teams here, not 2 teams, 3. It's a 1-fall match, though. And look at Esther here. She's about to fly. And look at that. Oh, wow. What a beautiful dive there by Esther. But July's right on it. Because we have 3 different teams. And ladies first. Look at July. And no chance. Not even to get a 1. And now Alma's going to strike. Look at Alma. Look at Dominique with the DDT there. And Alma. Oh my goodness. Good submission on Dominique. And she has a good shot maybe of getting an Esther slides by. Somehow gets by the sledgehammer. This is just brutal. Tables, chairs, hammers, everywhere. Shauna going crazy with the chair. She's just swinging it everywhere, not even hitting people. Of course, she's the #1 contender, former women's champ. So that her and Renee are going to have a really good fight. But imagine if they win tonight. Then they'll have to participate in 2 fights in one night. Which would be utter madness. And look at Renee. Oh, kicks July in the back of the head. And now Esther. Oh, man, she has a great advantage here. Maybe she could get a submission. No one's trying to stop her right now. And she's got a good shot here. And uh-oh, here comes July. And July, I guess she's confident that, yeah, Renee breaks out of it. But I wouldn't take that risk. July could have easily cost her team the match, but it didn't work out. And once again, these women are duking it out outside of the ring. My goodness. July 4th just got Irish whipped all the way out back over there. We've seen some crazy things in this match. Some people fall on a couple occasions. July fell. I mean, she's really taken a lot of damage in this. And I don't think July learned her lesson. And now her and Dominique. And this gives a good opportunity to get a pin in here for the other people. And these two are battling it out. They're not even going to reach the top. And this is a fight. Oh my goodness, they are fighting on the side of the cell. And July falls again, goodness. And uh-oh, look here. And there you go. And Alma Adele pulls it off, despite July being all the way outside. And Ladies First will not have to defend their tag titles. Just incredible. They have pulled it off again. And what a fight that was. That was an interesting one. I have to admit, that was pretty interesting. And now, the GM will be in action. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The GM is here, and he has challenged Vicious Swag tonight. Challenged him in a 2 out of 3 falls. Of course, Newson and Vicious will be fighting that Clash at the Castle. But the GM thought, you know, I'm going to give the #1 contender a test tonight. And we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness, what is this? Unbelievable. It's Melissa and Vicious here. Together. They are a couple once again. So it is official. There were some rumors going around, but you know me, I don't like to spread rumors. Because losers spread rumors. But apparently this rumor was true. They're dating once again. And that means the asylum is, you know, it's going to happen again. I'm telling you, all these stables here at once. And when these two get together, bad things happen. You know, they're a match made in hell. That's all there is to it. They used to date a while back, and it looks like it's official. They are dating again. When those two get together, it's like gasoline and a match. And mentally, he's probably surprised as well. And here we go. 2 out of 3 falls here. By the way, we got the logo back up. Changed it up a little bit. Forgot to mention that earlier. But, yeah, we changed it because we were missing the logo because of stupid updates. But we went ahead and fixed it for the better. Made it better than it already was. Imagine that. And of course, our main event tonight is the Walrus Party versus MW. Oh, wow. And of course, these two, they have a history about business because, you know, Vicious Swags obviously used to be a rapper and Mentally's owned his record company before and all that stuff. So they get along, but the whole issue was around Melissa, you know, how she likes Vicious, how she likes Mike, you know, how she used to like Mike. And, yeah, that caused a little drama because of her, but otherwise they get along pretty well. But still, they're not part of the stable, and it's mainly because of that, you know, that reason alone. That's why they can never be, Vicious can't be a part of MW, because not only is he not an original member, he's had his history with Mike. Of not getting along with him and all kinds of stuff. Even though, you know, they have gotten along sometimes. But when it came to Melissa, that caused all the problems. And Vicious looking great tonight. Good drop kick there. And Vicious is taunting mentally here. And that may not be a good idea. Look here. This is just a wonderful move right here. Always love that move. And mentally he's getting pumped up. But he needs to stay focused. Because that's the work. I mean, Vicious is a former world champion. Of course, mentally is as well. Got two former world champions battling it out tonight. And look at Vicious here. Attacking mentally. Now he's getting real pumped up. And of course, a lot of critics don't. Some people love Vicious, but some people, like around the locker room and stuff, says he's a 99-cent Mobster X. And there is some similarities. He's a bad boy. He's a rebel. But I think Vicious is his own person. But there is some similarities as a younger version of Mobster X for sure. And and by the way, he's going to be returning soon. It is just going to be a nightmare here. And that's why G is trying to get everyone together and, you know, put their egos aside. Because the X-Patient has plans. And he may have failed before, but it's far from over. It is far from over. He's got more tricks up his sleeve, I'm sure. There's more than 3 people behind this. And look here. Oh, my goodness. Look at mentally. Oh, wow. And, of course, we haven't seen the GM in action a lot. He's been doing a lot of managing here lately. But he'll catch a match every now and then. Of course, he's got one with Ted Led, a big one at Clash at the Castle against Ted Led. If he beats Ted Led, Ted can no longer challenge for the U.S. title until 24. So that it would devastate him to the point of no return, probably. Because we all know how much he loves the U.S. title. Look here, and a kick out there by Vicious. And mentally gets a point. So a big point there for him. Of course, this is crazy. It must be a little bit frustrating for mentally because, you know, Melissa is almost like a sister to him, but she's on the other side in this situation. Of course, she's a rebel too. She's kind of rogue herself, even though she has her own stable. And it's a matter of time before we're going to see Bobo, Bobo, Wildhawk, and Mr. Black and the Freak. All going to return probably soon. At least 2 of them are going to return at the pay-per-view. For X marks the spot. And look at Vicious here. What a submission. Good submission there. He's at least trying to weaken mentally. It didn't work. And Vicious with the backflip. It didn't work, and mentally takes full advantage of that. Beautiful DDT there. And look at Vicious. Oh, the stomp. The stomp in midair. Oh, that's definitely going to get you a point. Definitely. That's like almost an instant point every time. And it's hard to come back from that. I don't care how good you are. But it is 1-1. And these two are giving it 100% here. Of course, Newsom's going to be in action later, and Vicious is in action tonight. It will be Newsom, the Blue Neck, and Gorgie versus the Walrus Party, which is our least favorite people. And we'll see if Mentally can finish it here, and he does. So that is a big hit on the #1 contender, because he just lost. And that's going to kill some momentum. But who knows what's going to happen at Clash at the Castle. But that is good for the GM to beat him tonight. And Melissa is not happy. But there's nothing much she can do, because this man right here is like a brother to her. And, yeah. Vicious Swag loses tonight. And that's a very big loss. Wow, they only gave it 3.5. They're being mean tonight. Wow. But this is our main event. And, of course, we got Daniel, the Beige Cowboy, and Ted Led teaming up as the Walrus Party versus MW. 2 out of 3 falls, tornado tag. It's going to be a great one. Yeah, the rating system, I don't like the rating system. Because it can, sometimes I don't think it's that accurate. Sometimes they really nail the 5-star matches. I mean, that was a 4-star match. It wasn't 3.5. It's like IGN's getting involved with the rating system now or something. And Newsom, oh wow. Good move there on Ted. And of course Ted, he's been a whole different man ever since he lost that U.S. title. He took it, he was devastated. And there is I gotta give him a little credit here. The guy he faced is a world contender. He shouldn't even be in the U.S. title matches. But hey, he won the U.S. title, so what? And Ted's all heated and frustrated. And he took it out on the GM, his own boss. And he turned his back on the fans. He was, a big face on here. But now he has went total heel. And the GM made it clear. If I beat you, you can no longer challenge for the U.S. title until 24. And that would be extremely devastating. I don't even know if that's a good idea. Because imagine if it does happen. Imagine if the GM does win. Now, if he doesn't win, Ted gets a title shot at the next pay-per-view or whatever. But if Ted loses, imagine what his mindset's going to be then. We're going to have to put him in a straitjacket. That's what's going to have to happen. Because he's going to lose his mind if he can't get a hold of that title. He's already losing his mind. And imagine if you tell him he can no longer be in that title run. Can't even be in a #1 contendership for it. Oh my goodness. I do not want to see that side of Ted Led. So, there's a part of me that wants Ted Led to win. Because he's only going to get worse. The longer he doesn't have that U.S. title, the worse he's going to get. And, you know, he's had some head injuries. So I don't 100% blame him. I'm not, you know, condoning his behavior. But, you know, he has had a history of severe injuries. But, so who knows what mental state he's in. I mean, he joined the Walrus Party. And you can't be, you know, there's got to be a couple screws loose if you join the Walrus Party. And I don't want to see Walrus 2024. Don't you dare put it in that chat. I don't want to see it. Oh man, Ted with a good strike there. And look at Blue Neck. Newsom kicking Daniel. Oh, wow. And Gorgie's been very impressive. You know, he got that #1 contender for the tag titles, and, you know, the MW has a chance to have a lot of the gold. Kick out there from Newsom. Yeah, if Newsom wins and if the Gorgie and Lurtz win, then, you know, they got the tag, they got the world, they got the U.S. title. They got all the titles except for the IC. And you can make the argument that Rico's an ally of the MW. Easily. So if he retains, then it's going to even be, I mean, everyone's basically that's allied with the group is going to have the belts. So it's a big deal. And, you know, X-Patient, no title shots for him. No title shots for his crew. Because they failed. And, you know, there's going to definitely be some retaliation because they're not finished. Look at Newsom attacking Bald Daniel. And Ted is just going all the way around. And look at Blue Neck just catching him. Not a good idea there. And he still, look at him. I mean, look at the devotion. Unreal. Breaking up that submission. Despite all the trouble he went through to get there. He could have just went the other way around and been a little bit more patient. But whatever. And look at Gorgie here. I forgot that the the disease Beige Cowboy was here. The most arrogant human being of all time. In the history, when you look in the Webster Dictionary of the word arrogance, his face is in it. The definition is just his face. Most arrogant cowboy on planet Earth. And just the fact that he's with the Walrus Party does not surprise me. He does anything to make me angry. And that's a fact. Still no falls for either team here. And look at Blue Neck here. Oh my goodness. Oh man, drops Daniel right on his bald head. And look here. Oh, almost got the pin. Came very close. Oh man, Newson almost went over the barricade. He kind of did for a second. And look here, Gorgie. Trying to get a point, couldn't get one. The MW trying to stand tall here against this party of, it's a band of misfits is what it is. It's a team of misfits, and Blue Neck just pinned Ted Ladd to just add insult to injury. Because we all know that Ted Ladd's mad at Blue because, he took the U.S. title. And he just made it worse there. So 1 point for the MW. Yeah, imagine if they win the tag titles, if Newson retains, they have 3 different, well, if you count the tag as 2 titles, they have 4 belts, if they can pull that off. Because Blue Neck obviously has the U.S. title. And look at the Beige Cowboy here. Newson's not even going to allow it to happen. Not even going to allow a count of 1. Look at Newson here. Could not get the fall. And look, oh man, the Beige Cowboy with a strike. And look at Ted Ladd trying to get a finisher in there. Didn't work. Steps were kind of in the way. He just cannot catch a break here. Blue's just taking everyone on. And look at that power bomb. He hasn't been, he hasn't had a world title in a long time. The Blue Neck hasn't. But he's looking really good in this one. And look at Daniel. Oh my goodness, what a kick. What a kick, but Gorgie somehow manages to grabbed the ropes for some support, and Ted led with a crazy spear. But it looks like another pin's going on. And now Ted Led's pin and a kick out on both pins. So Ted may have had a point, but there was another pin happening. And look at Newson here. Oh, he's got a submission on Ted. And Daniel does not get there in time. Oh my goodness. Talk about Daniel the dummy. He does not get there in time and the Walrus Party collapses. No chance against this team. And this team has just been nothing but amazing. And we are about to head to our final promo. But can anyone stop this team? Will it happen at Clash at the Castle? They will be challenged there. But, yeah. We haven't even seen Mr. Black or the, yeah, that one got 5 stars. And here is our final promo. And here they are. We should have knew. This is after hours of the show. And, ooh, here they come. The bad guys are all together. Ooh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. You know, they're becoming Team Rocket. Is what they're becoming, because they continue to fail, and who knows what else is up their sleeve. But I'm telling you, X-Patient, he got humiliated by the MW on multiple occasions. Didn't get the #1 contender for the tag titles, Guan or Power Play. By the way, I'm probably going to win the lawsuit against Guan. So yeah. And by the way, why wouldn't you skip the scene? There's nothing to be seen here. Okay? These guys continue to think they're going to take over the world, and they never do. Nobody has taken them seriously here lately. Who knows what they're planning next, though. What is this? What in the world? We got a 4th member, it looks like. What in the world is going on here? You have got to be kidding me. And now they have a competent person who can actually win titles. Who's a former world champion, by the way. Of course, Power Play is too, but... oh, no. They're going to try to bring all the villains together, aren't they? And D. Lee is here. And this guy can cause an uproar. He's a world contender, easily. And I may have spoken too soon. And G was, very concerned that, this team's going to get stronger. And this member right here could be a key to make them even more stronger. That's if they don't have more people involved. Oh my goodness. This guy right here is a monster. And he can cause a lot of trouble. Oh my. D. Lee Chango has joined the X-Patient. And things have gotten scarier.
The MW defeated the Walrus Party. They've defeated you all as well. And if we want to overthrow the MW and Mccals' legacy, we're going to need more than just the 4 of us. We're going to need to build not only a stable, but an army. An army of some familiar faces. An army of some new faces. And together, we all can form as one and crush every single one of them.